How you feeling?
I feel good now. Yeah, I'm really full because I just had like a meal.
More food than you've had in 3 months.
Yeah, well, I had more fats than I've probably had in the last week.
Yeah.
in a meal.
Sitting. Yeah.
But yeah, like it was good. So for the listeners at home, we had a last minute dip in for a photo shoot for myself, because Ben talked me into doing something, because said I was just like a bit of a waste to not have something at the end of it, which I'm really grateful for, because I didn't think I didn't have the idea of doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had the idea that I was like, oh, I'll probably look at a show in the next couple of months and next 6 months maybe, and then that seems like it's just going to be delayed a bit. So then I was like, well, if I'm not stage conditioned, then there's just no, I'm not there yet. So I'll just, go back to the drawing board and continue to improve. But yeah, it was, thank you for being like, you need to get something out of this, bro.
You're welcome. Yeah, so we're doing now like my final pose assessment. You ran through your rounds. I was like, bruh, you can't just fucking be like, all right, I'm done. I'm going to eat now. Like, fuck off. Are you kidding? Look at you.
Yeah, it hurt. Because I was like, when Ben's done, I'm done. Because I've always just had
it's a few days.
It was the same timeline,
Yeah.
And then we had our Christmas party with our friends on the weekend. So I was like, all right, I'll eat a little bit, and then, it's not that big of a deal. And then when we were like, we'll do it next Friday, I was like, fuck. And then I did eat a bit on the weekend, like with Christmas, but didn't go overboard. But you just eat food that you don't normally eat. You kind of just feel shit. Yeah. And then I don't think I had a carb until yesterday afternoon, like legitimately, nothing. Just ate protein and vegetables for 4 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. So today, last night I was a bit like, am I gonna tighten up?
Yeah.
And then this morning I woke up and I was like, oh, we're on.
Yeah.
I sent you a bathroom shot in the towel.
I got the towel fit finally. Fucking made it.
I was like, I have no one else to send this to.
And I was like, I've got one in the holster. I'm ready to go.
I was like, I have no one else to send this to. My wife sees me flexing in the mirror all the time.
Yeah. And doesn't fucking care.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm going to send it to Ben. Yeah. 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 She's so funny, man. I think she's just used to it.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, yeah, you look good.
Yeah.
Like, you look good. I'm like, thanks. Babe. I guess every night I'm just flexing in the mirror, so she just doesn't see the change.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hilarious. That was funny. But I'm keen to kind of get your experience of it, because you didn't have the photo shoot in mind. The photo shoot prep has been really interesting for me, because it's like, this was my first internally competitive endeavor since powerlifting. Like, I did a 5K. It was like, in my head, I was just like, you just don't have to stop. I wanted sub 30, and I did a 100-meter sprint, but I had no reference point of like what was fast. I just knew I was slow.
Yeah.
So this was the first time I was like, and those were like, I need something to motivate me to get in shape so I could make a human. Like, it wasn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The outcome wasn't actually exciting.
Need to get healthier, and you knew moving more was the goal, and you're task orientated. So setting the task is how you show up. Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas this is just like progressively, I put a post up. It was like, I went back to the gym 4 days after Elijah was born, and I came home and just like fucking turned the house upside down, cleaned, cooked, meal prepped. Amy was taken care of, Bubs was taken care of, just like demon. I'm like, okay, this needs to happen every day.
Yeah.
Like, I just need an hour
Yeah.
to make that happen. And then like it progressed into, well, now I'm going to control my food. And then I think it almost became like, these are the two variables that I can control in my life.
Yeah.
Because everything else is fucking chaos. So it's like, I can train. I can choose what goes in my face. So let's do that.
When things are getting rough.
Yeah.
I know I double down on those things so much to just feel like I have control of something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. I was chatting with a client during the week who goes like, it's that emotional eating kind of thing that goes the other way.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder if you just flipped it. Like, it sounds like when life gets chaotic, you seek control. And the control is, I'll do whatever the fuck I want with food. Like, no one else can decide that for me. And I was like, I wonder if you just went the other way.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm going to take, and this is my control.
Yeah.
It's like, I get to choose the Tupperware, I get to choose the protein, I get to choose the workout.
Yeah.
And see how that goes.
Yeah. I definitely think that for some, it's that mindset of how you frame what's happening to you.
Yeah.
Because I don't frame it like that. I frame it as like, I'm taking L's everywhere.
Yeah.
So how do I take a W?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
go gym.
Yeah, I know I can take a W at the gym.
Yeah.
Or if like, for whatever reason, you might be temporarily injured and the gym's not where you take the W. Nutrition.
Yep.
Go for a walk.
Yep.
Do something for your work.
Just have to find a win.
Find a task that you can nail. It's like this week I did this.
Yeah.
I'm just really trying to push that notion myself and with my clients of like trying to stack wins.
Yep.
And they don't. It's funny when you tell them they think it's a great idea, but it's so obvious.
Yeah.
But they're not stacking
Until
wins.
you do it.
Well, when they feel shit, I'm like, start stacking the wins, and they're like, oh, of course. And I'm like, let's write a list of where they are.
Yep.
A week in, they're feeling amazing.
Yeah.
Because or 2 weeks in, they're just stacking one after the other, and all of a sudden they just become unstoppable.
Yeah. Yeah. So then we locked into the STC shoot.
Yep.
And I reckon it was 4 weeks out. So I was doing the cycle diet. And I was just like, well, I'll just get in shape. Like,
yeah, that progressed.
Whatever. And it was like last 4 weeks. I'm like, fuck it. Like, I'll give it a crack. Well, it was about 6 weeks out. I was like, fuck it. Let's go. And then 3 weeks out, I was like, things are changing rapidly. This is already the best shape I've ever been in.
Yep.
Why not just... How many other opportunities am I going to have to do a photo shoot?
Yeah.
Like, to this detail.
Yeah.
Let's do it. So it was a weird like, evolution. But I think I was talking to you about it, like, comp day for powerlifting, you have the conversation of, all the hard work's done, bro. You've done the work. Now you just get to go have fun. And I say that to every client.
Yeah, but it's not.
But you can still squat high. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and you can still not get it up.
You can still fuck it up.
It's like, go and lift the heaviest lift you've ever lifted, but the hard work's already done.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like, yes, but no.
It's like it's one of those things that you just say.
It's not true, but it's useful.
It's a morale booster.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I fucking love that quote.
Yeah.
Might not be true, but it's useful.
That's it. It's a morale booster. You know?
So the photo shoot was like legit. You're done, bro. Like, the tan's on, the food's in, you're done. Yeah. Just go and enjoy it.
And like, it doesn't matter even if you fuck up the posing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it is honestly the perfect environment.
Yeah.
It's like, you look sick, you feel great.
Yeah.
Going to the gym, you don't have to worry about like, oh, where's my pinky and where's my wrist?
Especially like good photographer, you there.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I mean. It's like, if you have a good support network around you, it's the best fucking day ever.
Yeah. Shout out to Mitch, because it was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was good.
Positioning and stuff was really good.
Yeah, it was great.
So yeah, that was interesting. It was an interesting experience to like not be anxious, like quote unquote game day.
Yeah. That's the thing I thrive on the most, is as a like someone who's been involved, like as the coach, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
When I see my guys and girls, like even just BTS, because you might not be there, and you can just see they're fucking loving themselves sick.
Yeah.
And like, you were so happy that day, you're so confident, you're just walking around like a bit of a swagger, like, that's fucking really fulfilling, man.
Yeah.
It's just like, you're not. It's like, I'm not claiming that I was the reason. But it's like, I got it.
You're a part of it.
Well, you got into the game to facilitate that for others, man. So when you see the shots and when they send them to you and they got, there's a fucking emojis or they're smiling, they're like, look at this shot, coach, I'm like, oh, this is just fucking...
There's a moment at Dolby's that I was like, so we were like third tunnel over. I was like, oh, I just got to pee quickly. And I got like to the door of the bathroom. I was like, I have no shirt on. Let's just walk through a gym with no clothes on. What the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
It's like, that in itself was like,
yeah, man.
Fuck. And people
especially think what we've spoken about in the past, man, just about not having that confidence.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then to just get it.
Yeah.
Not just get it, develop it.
Yeah.
It's big, man.
Yeah, it's wild. It's a really, really fun experience.
Yeah, it's hard to, isn't it? Or isn't it hard to explain how that feels? But you'd love to give it to everyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the hardest part is that you've got to do the work.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
yeah, because you can't just. You just want to be like, just feel this for 30 seconds,
and then you'll be hooked,
and then go do it.
Absolutely, if you could give them a taste, they would run through brick walls.
Yeah, to feel that again.
Yeah, because I know even this, like, just coming off this morning, like, I behaved like there was no one else in that gym.
Yeah.
And there was like 30, 40 people.
It was busy by the time we left.
Yeah. But I just didn't care.
Yeah.
Where there's times when I'd be like, oh, fuck.
This guy's looking at me or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was just doing my thing. It's a great feeling. Just having that. Yeah. And the photos are going to look so good. Yours are going to look sick. Like all of them are going to look sick.
Yeah.
Just I love that anticipation now.
It's taking me
he's in there doing them now, and I'm like, what are they going to look like? And you've got Mitch doing yours.
Yeah. Even Sam's ones from far away are like from behind the scenes kind of. I'm like, fuck, man. Even the lifestyle ones, dude. I'm like, that's not me. So weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Tam's good at when he catches you off guard, they're the best ones.
Yeah.
He's got a couple the other day, like chicken dog.
Yeah,
I like that.
I like it. Yeah.
Can you just follow me around everywhere now?
Yeah.
And I'll just wear nice outfits.
Yeah, there's a shot of Mimi and I walking, and it's fucking busy, and it just looks like the seas have just parted for us. Probably because there's someone with a camera in front of us.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I can see why no one says hello to me in the street. Just like the way I'm standing, the look
walk
on my face, just like, yeah, I get it. Until I'm like, hey, and they're like, oh, okay, you're a nice person.
Yeah, yeah,
it's interesting.
Yeah, because I have like social anxiety face.
Yeah,
and then because I have a resting bitch face, and then I get social anxiety. It's like putting that until I warm up. So you put those over. It's like no one's going to approach this man.
Yeah, yeah, and then you go with the over the top, like, hi, how are you? And they're like, oh,
yeah,
I'm great.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Yeah. So yeah, super pumped. I was super excited. I think I was having to think about it. I'm like, why have the results been so good the last 12, 18 months?
Yep.
And I reckon I've put it down to one thing. We started booking photo shoots again. Yeah. Because you remember that period where we couldn't?
Yeah.
And we both got massive. But we never...
Some more than others.
Yeah, well, yeah. But then we never really got in real good. I always trimmed down a tiny bit, but I never got.
Yeah.
There's a period where you don't see any photos of me. Yeah. Because I'm just kind of not
okay.
Yeah, I'm just mid, but mid for me because I know there's people gonna be like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
And then we got back out. We booked that first photo shoot, and I was like, oh, I'll have a little go. Yeah. And then we did the second one, and had another dip, and then we did the third one, and I was a bit bigger, but I still showed up, which was super uncomfortable. Yeah. And then we did this one. Yeah. And I just think having those...
Tam and I were talking while we were ordering breakfast this morning. He's like, fuck, the difference between last year's photo shoot, November, the one that I prepped for. Yeah. I was like, bro, I was so happy with how I looked. Yeah. So happy. And I look at him now, I'm like, bro, you were fat.
Me too. I was so happy too. And I was like, because, I was like, oh, I've got big arms, I've got this. And then I'm like, bro, you're so soft in those photos. You look like you just started your diet.
I actually didn't realize.
As in, me.
Yeah. I actually didn't realize I still had the waist. It was like, I'm fucking 58 kilos at 22. When I started in the gym, I was a miniature human. But then I did so much powerlifting, and I got to fucking 102 kilos and whatever. I just, in the morning, if I flexed under the light, I had abs. So I was like, well, if I was to keep dieting, I'd just have more. And they'd be more detailed. So, cool, bro. Whatever. And then, the last 6 weeks, it just went narrow. And I was like, oh, you've been real fat for a long time. That's underneath there. I'm just like, oh, okay, that's... I see. Yeah, you're actually not round.
No.
Through the midsection.
There's some shape there.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
I think having the... Also, I don't know about you, but I know for me, I was like, if I'm going to go 12 months to 12 months, I'm fucking annihilating that person.
Agreed.
That past version of me doesn't stand a chance. Yeah. And I think that's also been a real cool bit of competition because I don't have anything else. I've always just I don't really do events and whatever, we got to create them. Yeah. Because the sport of physique development, even just bodybuilding from a hobby level, it's photo shoots are the best way to keep you kind of accountable to a date. There are some people, and I can definitely do 80% of the time keep myself good, but it's to get that extra 20%, you've got to have a date. Yeah. And then it's when you've got last year's version of you on your phone.
Yeah.
You're like, this guy's going down, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I love that competition.
So I didn't realize this till the other day. So we used to do a November shoot every year.
Yeah.
Like fucking
Yeah.
STC fitness days.
Yeah, all the time.
Was November every year.
Mm.
Then I started competing. I always did Sprint Cup every year.
Yeah.
I only competed once a year. Then we had 3 years off.
Yeah.
And then last year was November. This year was November or December.
Yeah. End of
I'm
year.
like, okay, so I'm just going to... I've got a thing again.
Mm.
It's like another... And I would put on 40, 50 kilos on my total every year in powerlifting.
Yeah.
It's like this is the same now.
Yeah.
It's like the comparison from last year to this year is that same jump.
Mm.
It's like it happens the same next year.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like another year older.
Mm.
I have the benefit of you being like two years older than me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Jay's still getting better.
Fucking
I
hell.
can still get better for at least another 2 years.
We can get better. Mate, we can get better for a really long time.
Yeah.
We can get better for a really long time. Bodybuilders don't hit their prime till now.
Yeah. I've already written my list.
Yeah.
Triceps.
Oh, yeah. That was one of my questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what are your goals? Hang on. So, what are your training plans for 2025? Where
Yeah.
where are the gaps?
So
What do you want to fill?
triceps. I still want my chest bigger.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with the progress I've made in my chest.
Yeah,
this
you've
year.
done a lot of work on it.
Like when Mitch is like, "Fuck, you such a nice chest,"
Yeah.
and you were down the back of the room like, "Bro, you just made his
You
life."
don't understand what,
What
you've just done to this man.
Yeah,
That was worth the money in itself.
yeah. And then I'd like to bring my legs back.
Yeah, which
My-
will be super easy.
My hammies are always pretty good. I miss having big glutes, and I've never had big quads.
Yeah,
So,
that'll be super easy to get.
yeah,
Yeah, which
My-
will make a big difference to the look, man.
yeah. I'm just like I'm genetically favored in my back. Like,
Yeah,
so that'll just stay. If
Yeah.
I can have a chest that matches my back,
Mm.
glutes will be easy, quads will be hard.
Mm.
And then if I can get triceps to match
quads
my
will be
triceps.
easy. Quads will be easy to develop. They'll be hard to train because it hurts.
Because it's hard. Yeah.
But once you start doing it, they'll just
Yeah. I've just
Well,
never had them because like the way I squat doesn't favor.
yeah. So now you've got to pick movements that get
Yeah,
real deep
Just be new.
in terms of the knee flexion and shit.
Yeah. So I'm going to move our Super Saturday sessions are going to be legs. Because like I can just fucking destroy myself and go home and go to bed.
You'll be on your own on those ones.
That's fine.
Yep.
I'll
Leg
recruit.
day is Wednesday.
I'll
or
recruit someone.
Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, go to my shit to do.
Yeah, I don't. You know why I don't train legs with other people?
What?
Is because like I always have to try and beat them.
Yeah, well that's kind
and
of
then if I hurt myself, I'm like
yeah.
I can't do anything.
So I think I might do like a heavy upper lower heavy light.
Yep.
Heavier at the start of the week, and then that'd be like a volume leg day. So I might like squat
Yeah.
RDL
Mm.
early in the week.
Yep.
And then like find either a pendulum or a leg press and a leg extension. Just
Yeah.
break myself.
You know what? I'm going to take back what I just said because I'm going to try and not be so habitual and I'll be a little bit more flexible.
Come train legs with me.
Well, I'm actually thinking about writing a upper lower split that has 8 workouts in it.
Oh yeah, so cycle over fortnight.
Yeah. So, you know, like you'd write an upper lower split for 1 week and then another upper lower for the
Yeah.
next. But you just wouldn't treat it like a week. You do 2 days, day off,
Yeah.
or even 2 days, 2 days off, 2 days. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about doing 8 workouts.
In a fortnight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Running that. And then like they're just super low volume.
Mm.
Not super low, but 10, 12 sets a session.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then by the time you get back to that exercise, it's been like a week and a half.
Yeah, it's fresh.
So
Train 5 days.
no. So
We'll do 4. So it's 8 a fortnight.
So I'll do that's it.
Yeah.
So I'll do 8 a fortnight. And yeah, like by the time and when I do the next upper day or the next lower day, it's not going to have something that's going to affect the recovery of like the lower day that I did previously.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and
Yeah.
I've just got to map it out. I thought about it when I was walking Mav the other day.
Just as you were saying that, I had this thought of like the heavy days. So like 2 days doing posterior, anterior. So like heavy push, heavy
Yeah.
squat, heavy pull, heavy hinge.
Yep.
And then
Yeah, and then do a
bro
lot.
days.
Yeah, so
Push, pull, leg.
yeah, I've done that. I do that with there's some programs in the app
Yeah.
that you'd be able to look at that I've got.
Sounds really fun. I would like that.
Yeah, I have a couple of programs where it's like posterior, and then I think it's like push pull leg.
Yeah.
But you could easily do posterior anterior.
Yeah.
And then
because I'll keep training 5 days. I'm liking it.
Mm. Yeah, I think I'll just do I'll just start the next workout. I think that's how I was going to play it out in my head.
Yeah.
And then it's like if a workout falls on a Sunday, I just might go. So then I'll have 2 days off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just trying to be.
Yeah.
But I just don't know how that's going to go, how I'll be able to program it in the app. I'm going to have to program like 2 different weeks and then just copy them into the calendar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
To build it out.
Yeah, because you have to write 2 separate, like week 1 will be a different program to week
Correct.
2, and then you'll just have to duplicate those.
Yeah.
Which will be okay. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. Because then it's like you get high frequency of muscle group exposure. Yeah. But then you don't do the same movements. So if you be very, and if you be very selective with the exercises, like you'll most likely be able to like train one region of a muscle, even if the other region of the muscle was worked like earlier. Yeah. In the week.
Yeah, it's cool.
Especially with big muscles like your quads and your lats. Yeah. It's like you'll be able to do, like a vertical pull and then a horizontal one a couple of days later. Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. Well, just going to fuck around and find out.
Yeah. Look at the boys. Excited.
Yeah.
I sent my wife the photos of the 2 of us. She's she's like, I'm sitting here smiling, just looking at them.
Yeah, it's
just like you guys look like you're just having so much fucking fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I took what was it? Wednesday when you had the photo shoot? Like I needed a little bit to warm up, to defrost.
Yeah.
Because I had a shit 24 hours, as you know. But once you started doing it, I was getting so excited. Yeah. Yeah. I was getting so excited.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So it was good. Just fun. It's been a fun week. It's been a fun week.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hectic, but fun.
Yep.
What were like the emotions today?
Can't believe I look that way.
Legit.
It's tough, man. Like, it's hard. It's hard to be in my head because I always because I love bodybuilding. Yeah. I'm always looking at I'm always watching Mr. Olympia's fucking workout or guys in the top 5. Their workout set. And their day in the life, eating their meals and shit. So I'm always referencing myself off that. Even I've had to mute some people on Instagram purely just because I just don't want to see the 1%,
0.1%,
or the 0.1%.
Yeah,
because I'm just
the 1% of the 1%. Basically.
It's just skewing my expectations because I know that hurts my decision making.
Your drive, yeah.
It doesn't hurt my drive. It hurts my decision making. I'm not going to do a photo shoot.
Yeah.
When I have getting all these compliments and I've done all this work, and it's just because I don't look like I'm going to win the Mr. Olympia. It's weird. Yeah. So
yes, but it's not. I get it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a high achiever thing. Yeah. But probably taking it a bit too far. So yeah, today though I was and I did get it at the other photo shoot as well, the recent one. So I feel like the last 3 months have been great because I am very happy, but I did have that you put the work in and you deserve this. Yeah. And and it wasn't I put the work in for 6 months. It's 10 years. This is how I've wanted to look since I was 15 years old. Yeah. When I first saw the biggest person I've ever seen in my life in the gym, which probably wasn't even that big now. Yeah. But when I just saw the first big jack dude, I was just I want to look like that. Yeah. And it's funny because he probably would have been the age I am now. Yeah. But I just didn't care. Yeah. And then I was just from that day onwards, I'm that's just how I have to look. Yeah. I just never got there. But now I feel like I'm there. So even now, thinking about the next steps, I'm pretty happy. I don't have to go chasing, where there was a period where I was I knew I was too small. Yeah. And I was I'm going to have to bulk for 5 years. Yeah. That was once I got married, I was you have to put on a significant amount of size now to level up your physique. Yep. And I did that. But obviously, there comes with periods of being uncomfortable out of shape. Yeah. Whatever. So now I feel great and I'm really, really happy. And yet today I just this is it's one video and now I'm just I can't believe I look like that.
So it took me, I said to you I had a bit of a moment in the car last night, mostly career stuff, but I think it's just a combination of everything. Like
Yeah.
talking about stacking the wins and shit. The last 6 months of doing that, and like, we don't need to go into it, but like, you know what it's like outside of that. Fuck, man. So to get to here,
Yeah.
last night I was like looking through the photos that Tam had sent, and I was like opening just like disassociated. Even the lifestyle pictures, I'm like, that's not me. Like, I don't look like that.
Yeah.
I don't wear cool shirts. I don't have fucking clean shoes. I
Yeah.
don't have a jaw. Like, what the fuck? That's not me.
Yeah.
What's this fucking nose ring bullshit? Like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
And then the rig shot's the same. It's like, I don't know. Like, I'm either skinny or fucking fat powerlifter. Like, I'm not that. Just the whole time was just like, I couldn't absorb it.
Yeah.
And then last night I was like, you know what? I can be that guy. Fuck it.
Absolutely.
So it's cool. It's a cool feeling to be like, yeah, this is it. I'm gonna just be this.
Yeah, I agree.
It's really cool.
Yeah. I think as a leader of a group of people who are somewhat inspired by your actions, it's also pretty cool to just see their reactions
Yeah.
to you leading from the front.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have this pressure to be in this, like, look like this forever.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm good enough at my job now to, just have the wins show people that I can get them help.
Yeah.
But fuck, they love it when you're doing it, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how else to describe it.
Yeah.
Like, they just love watching you do the thing that you tell them to do,
Yeah.
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 And there's just so much power to that, I feel like. And
Yeah.
it's fun. And,
I think
and
for
there's
my guys too, it's like there's a gap almost too. It's like there's not a lot of my guys that are like getting up at 5 to work, so then they can train and do their 15,000 steps and then get their job done. And there's not a lot of them in my group, so it's kind of like, fuck, man, how you really? Just like pushing that level up across the whole group, which is cool.
Yeah.
And even the standout guys too, like looking at us like, fuck, these guys run 4 businesses.
Yeah.
And they're doing that as well. It's cool.
Can be done.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
That's my biggest takeaway from the last 6 months. It's like you are capable of so much more than you realize.
I remember just before you had your little one, we were like, you can look however you want.
Yeah.
And we were like a bit like, didn't want to go hard on it, but
Yeah.
we're able to go, like, I'll probably look better than most,
Yeah.
People who are in that situation because they'll just stop training and, the sleep and all that stuff will get away from them.
Yeah.
And then it's like, now it's set in stone.
Yeah.
It's like, it can be done.
There's a couple of days this week that I was like, I decided not to. But we were talking about when Em was on the podcast. There's like those little God complex moments you have. You're just like, fucking. So I spoke to a coach that we work with that had started to get the like, you wait till you have a kid. Like, it's all over. Good luck.
Yeah.
And I remember saying like, I did more than you before you had a kid.
Yeah.
And I'll continue to do more than you.
Absolutely.
When I have a kid. And I was like, I had a monster fucking day. Macros are perfect, 15,000 steps. I think I trained and did cardio. Huge day of work. And I was just like, I did more today than most people do in a month. And I still spent 3 hours with my son.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, you can.
Absolutely.
You can.
Yeah, I almost... I just eject my consciousness out of myself when people talk to me like that now. Just there in physical being. But I'm like...
Jason's left the chat.
I'm not here for your fucking excuses, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
we're going to do about it.
Like...
Yeah.
Like, watch me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
not about it.
I had my favorite message that I've gotten this entire time. And it's actually fucking humbling how many I've got. I can't believe that people pay attention, to be honest. Shout out to Max. He messages me and he goes, so I've been like pretty happy with myself, right? I run a really successful gym, got another couple other business ventures going, studying, got 2 kids, holding it down, got visible abs, doing pretty good. And I open my fucking phone every day. I'm like, fucking Ben's got a kid. Fucking Ben's doing this. Motherfucking single digit body
That's hilarious.
fat. He's like, so respectfully, fuck you.
Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
hilarious.
that is the nicest fuck you anyone's ever said.
100%. 100%. 100%. What are we doing for time?
Do you have any goals before we
Goals?
like,
yeah. Look,
reflecting on today? Because I know you're pretty happy with the complete package.
yeah. Bigger arms, obviously.
Always.
Bigger triceps, specifically.
Yeah. It's funny because I looked at when I've said triceps before, I looked at our front double bi and I was like, brother, you need some triceps. About me. Because I was like, look at this guy.
Yeah, but mine I've got like a big long head, but I need like the short head.
Yeah,
like the lateral head. So I just need a bit more meat on this side.
Yeah.
And then, like...
More bench press.
Yeah, more bicep. Bicep. Because even in that shot, like, it just needs to sit a bit more.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything else is good. Lats are probably... obviously lats a little bit wider, a little bit thicker, but it just comes with time. Like, it's nothing glaring. Legs are real good. Calves are good. Hamstrings are good. Shoulders are good. Chest is always good.
Yeah.
So...
professional opinion, how many weeks out are we in each?
I would say I'm 8.
Yeah.
And I would say, 8 to 10 for you. Yeah.
Rough.
Yeah.
This is my other takeaway is I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
It's not on my bingo list.
Yeah. I'm ready to do it, but I've got all the stuff to do.
Yeah.
If I didn't have to do all this stuff at work, I would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's all right. It'll happen. It's on the cards, and I know it'll happen when it does. And
I think early next year,
waiting.
I've already penciled in my head to have a conversation with you in February.
Yeah. So,
because I think it's like taking on what we've taken on seems huge.
Yeah.
Because we did 3 months in 2 weeks.
Yeah, and it's the end of the year, I guess.
Yeah, with so much on the plate.
And I feel like it's that, and I'm a little bit done as well because obviously I had no intention, so I never would have started a prep at that level of body fat.
Yeah, of course.
It's coming out from a holiday, 3 weeks of just eating whatever you want. So I think I'm just a little tired.
Yeah.
So, but it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Mark my words, it's definitely gonna happen.
Yeah, I think February, March, maybe even like after Thailand.
Yeah,
we'll be able to say like it's probably after Thailand's a good time for it because we can say this is what's actually required for the rest of the year.
Yeah, well, that was the deal breaker for me anyway.
Yeah,
because I was
travel.
Like, it's the day of the VIX.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I can't travel to Thailand and bring my food, and I can. It's just like I just can't. There's just a level that I'm not willing to accept. Yeah, and that is it. Yeah.
But I think after that weekend, that'll be an intensive thing that we'll either decide we're pulling the thing down again, or it's like, no, where we need to be. And then it'll be, right, what do you need to make this happen? Yeah. Can we do it? Yeah.
And I was...
because like you held it for 3 months while I had a kid. Like it's no different to me.
Yeah. I'm not in a rush anyway.
Yeah.
I was this one was a little like, let's just peel it down and see if I've got it.
Yeah.
And I feel like I do.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, if I go and push, I just need 8-10 weeks. And and then I can have a crack and tick that box because I've got to tick it. So, I can't not tick it.
So the last thing I'd say, I know you're trying to get into questions.
No, it's fine.
People that are interested in physique, that are interested in the whole process, but the idea of getting on stage or being compared or all of that shit just seems too big a step. I can't recommend what I just did more.
Oh, absolutely.
It was so much fucking fun.
Yeah.
And there's no way I would have gotten the results that I've gotten without it. And will continue the habits that I've found. Like I went to a Christmas party last night. I stopped, got there 15 minutes early, stopped, ate my mince and rice, and then went inside. Yeah. It was like, I don't want to eat 3 pizzas. Yeah. Like just like so many upsides to doing it. You don't have to get on stage to do bodybuilding. Yeah.
And there's it's well accepted to work towards improving your body and then be an opportunity where you can show it. Like we had our photo shoot and I had a few of my clients come and they were just like, we don't really, this isn't really acceptable where we are. Yeah. You can't walk around a gym and flex your muscles and have a camera and shit. Yeah. And we're just like, what do you mean? I do this all the time. Yeah. And then next thing you know, a month later, they did another one together. Yeah. Had the best time. Yeah. Shots are incredible. Yeah. I'm so happy for them because of this, they're just like, holy shit, look at this. Yeah. so then I'm like, well, what doors does it open for yourself in terms of your growth and development and your goals? And because they'll be like, oh, I can't wait to do it again. And then it's like, well, maybe that 85% on your nutrition compliance turns to 90, 95. Maybe you go to the gym when you're tired after the work. Maybe you give that set that you thought, oh, I can't be bothered, everything you've got. Like, it's just, like I said before, when you see the version of you before it, you're like, I'm gonna eat that person.
And then we were talking about wins and losses. For me, it's like, what does that shit do for your life outside the gym?
100%.
To know, like, I can go 95% there.
Yeah, and just confidence too, man. Like,
I had the thought, like, I've got all those tweet posts I've got coming out. Like, self-confidence it comes from actions, not from mantras.
Yeah,
you can't fuck with someone that would rather eat cold mince and rice than a pizza and a beer.
Yeah.
You can't fuck with that person, dude. Like,
nah, absolutely.
How secure, how confident, how whatever. Yeah. Sure, there's people that are fucked up that are just like control and all that. But like in terms of self-confidence, self-control, self-mastery.
Yeah. And what decisions do you make?
That's a pretty immovable object.
Yeah, absolutely. And what decisions do you make in other scenarios that better yourself because you have the discipline, the willpower, and the understanding of how to act in alignment with your goals? Like, that's why now, like, half of my mates, like, just once I say no, that's it.
Yeah.
There's no, like, trying to talk me into it. Yeah. There's no trying to twist my arm. If I let them know my arm's a bit rubbery, they're like, oh, yeah, let's get him. But that's me. That's me fucking around with them.
Yeah.
Where, like, if I'm just like, nah, they're just like, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, everyone came over on the weekend. They were drinking. Do you want a beer, mate? No. Yeah. Not drinking. Got a photo shoot Friday. Sweet. That was it.
Yeah.
Done. No other issues about it. So, yeah, it just compounds, I feel like. And sometimes, like...
And that's the guy that, like, yesterday, again, huge day. I had 5 check-ins left. I was fucking pushing it. I had to go pick up my car from service, get out to U-Strong, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, fuck, it'd be so easy. Just be like, hey...
Yeah, can't do it.
App's playing up a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll get this to you Saturday.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
No, shut the fuck up.
It's not happening.
Yeah.
Like, get it done.
Yeah, I made sure that I'd never use my diet as an excuse for anything.
Yeah.
Like, never, I'm tired, I'm this. I never did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only Steph saw me complaining on the couch. No one else. Just sitting there just like, so tired. Yeah. There's a couple of times, just sprawling on the couch, staring into the TV, not even at it.
Yeah.
All right. So I thought it'd be cool to do some 2025 predictions / maybe some reflections on the year.
Yeah.
So